Hey, welcome to the Impact Podcast with Taiwo Balogun. And today we are looking at a very important topic. Like I used to say, I want to welcome everyone that has been waiting. Thank you so much for connecting with us. We want to appreciate you for your time. And I promise that tonight is a night that you're going to learn a lot about the topic that we're looking at. And the topic we're looking at is very, very essential. We're looking at business beyond borders, travel tips for entrepreneurial success. And I have an experienced guest in the house who is ready to do justice to the topic of today. So I want you to stay tuned to the end of this program because you're going to be learning a lot of things, a lot of inspiring entrepreneurial stories and challenges that some of us have encountered and overcome, and also looking at essential tips for entrepreneurs, travel tips and for entrepreneurs, and how you can navigate some challenges and take advantage of opportunities as entrepreneurs that want to take his or her business across border or beyond borders. So I'd like to introduce my guest. Tonight. I have Mr. Michael Tosin Adesonwo. Mr. Michael Tosin Adesonwo is a dynamic entrepreneur and a visionary. He is a visionary known for his passion for travel. This man has traveled wide and far. And he is known for his passion for travel, sustainability, and cultural exploration. He is also the founder of Bamilor International LLC. Whenever you hear LLC, that is limited liability company that is incorporated or registered in the United States of America. My guest, Mr. Michael, has successfully combined his experience, his expertise in technology and design with his love for adventure and creating a leading platform that promotes responsible tourism and global connectivity. And with a rich background in computer science, graphic design, in fact, we have a lot in common. It continues to inspire and lead by example, fostering a community of conscious travelers around the world. So join me in welcoming the ballet of travelers, Mr. Michael Tosin Adesonwo. Good evening, sir. I mean, good afternoon, wherever you are connected. I know he's not in Nigeria, but I don't want to reveal where he is. Welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me, Mr. Taiwo.
We are super,
Thank you so
super
much.
glad to have you on board tonight. I mean, yes, today, and I want to appreciate your love. I want to appreciate your support, everything that you have been doing to support our community ever since we know each other. Thank you so much. So today, like I
Thank you,
said, we are
sir.
looking at a very important topic. And viewers, one of the things that led to this topic is that we realize that there are a lot of challenges in our society, especially in Nigeria, for travelers, for people that intends to travel or people that intends to japa. Let us use your language. And a lot of people have challenges, and I realized that even some business owners also have challenges. So, Mr. Michael, I want us to look at it from this point, looking at business beyond borders. And like I mentioned, we are looking at tips for entrepreneurial success. How do you think travel influences business, innovation, and growth from your own experience?
Oh, thank you, sir. Uh, Thanks for the introduction.
Yeah.
Um, Kindly permit me to stress the introduction a little for
You have the.
our listeners
Okay, sir.
to be able to understand as in where um where I'm coming from and how I was able to get I was able to knowledgeable to be able to talk on this topic. So I'm Michael, and hello everyone. I'm so sorry, it's just jumping. I'm Michael. As my people call me back home, the local boy that's become an Ajala. I'm an entrepreneur with passion for product and US design. I love travel a lot. I've been traveling, I've been privileged to travel 4 continents. It's not
Wow, wow.
by my power, but you know, let's just thank God for
Oh,
the privilege. So, as Mr. Taiwo rightly said, um, I founded Bamilo International some years back, and our main focus is you know, to provide a sustainable travel platform that allow anybody, you know, to have a reliable connection around the world. I'm talking about responsible tourism. So right now, I'm also working on an innovation around healthcare, which will be a topic of another day. So as I said, I've been able to travel 4 continents. I'm not from a rich house, but when we're talking about passion, it's what bring out what is inside you. If passion take you out from your comfort zone for you to explore. So let's leave it at that. Thank you, Mr. Tayo, for that privilege. I can't hear you, sir. If
sorry,
you're
sorry.
hearing me,
Sorry. Yes, I think I muted myself on the mixer. I said I am glad to know that you have toured 4 continents, and I believe that is
it's
not
a
the
privilege,
end.
sir.
Yes, that's the is ongoing, and we have some things to do in the land of the living. So, looking at what we have today, and from the perspective of what people are going through, and from your experience,
Mm.
how do you think travel has influenced your own business innovations and growth? Growth in the sense that, personal growth and business growth. So I'd like us to learn from your story.
Thank you, sir. Um, when we talk about traveling, traveling is not just about lecture as in player. It is a powerful tool, you know, for business growth, innovations, and our personal lifestyle. It enhances it in many ways. For me, traveling has enhanced both my business, my knowledge, and privilege of having a flexible connectivities around the world. Uh, not, uh, I'm not proud, not by making mouth. Uh, when I when a lot of my friends heard that I moved to Brazil, a lot of my friends, the white folks, as in the Oyibo, as we call the whites in Nigeria,
Yes.
they are worried that Michael, why did they choose Brazil with
Wow.
all the networks you have within the Europe and entire continent? But you know, most of my travel, being a believer, uh, I put that forward to God, and God leads me where He wanted.
Yeah.
So that was how I end up
Being
becoming Brazilian.
Wow, wow. In fact,
So
I'd like you to share your experience in that context, because I realized that So many people don't focus in looking at that part of the world, Brazil. Yes, I know a lot of people used to think that, or based on travel agents, a lot of people used to
Mm,
say, oh, when you get to Brazil, you can cross to America, you can do this, you can do that. How easy do you
mm.
think that is for people in Africa?
Number one, uh, I can say is easy, and as well I can say not easy.
Easily.
Maybe because it's not my way of thinking.
Okay.
Like now, I've been in Brazil for 6 years now, and I've had seen connect with people that move from Brazil to America.
Okay.
It's not an easy task.
Absolutely.
If you meet people that will tell you the truth, it's not an easy task.
Mm.
And as I said earlier, travel, it's you know, it's beyond, is a part, is a tools.
Mm.
So it depends on how you
You use it.
handle it
Yes.
and channel it. You understand?
Mm.
So for me, for people to connect from Africa to Brazil, between Africa and Brazil and United States, as you ask, first to get to Brazil is a big challenge. A lot of people back home, when we talk about Brazil, the thought is like when they were going to Ghana,
Mm.
as in to get the Brazilian visa. For me, I'll be in the travel. I'm sorry that I live on highway, so you can be hearing some sound
No problem.
on the ground. So for me, as an as a travel agent, I'll be in the travel industry for back. Let's say like more than 15 years now. I've been doing student visa, doing business visa to people back in Nigeria, which I'm still um, privileged to have the connection, keep the connection till today.
Wow.
That's why we have Bamila registered in the United States. So getting the visa, Brazil visa, is number one task. So when you are able to get secure the Brazilian visa and you find yourself in Brazil, then second task begin. Like when you're in Brazil, before you can get out from Brazil, you need to have a Brazilian document, like
Okay.
a resident permit.
Okay.
That's number one. And number two, some people doesn't wait for that. It's a journey.
Okay.
Like a story that I heard. There's a guy that leaves from Brazil and get to Mexico. They were on the road for over a month.
Wow.
Over a month.
Mm.
And according to his story, what he witnessed and survived, a lot of people are unable to.
Mm. So
Many
is
dies,
a lot of people
many
die on the
dies on
way.
the road.
Wow. So is a jungle just is a jungle movement.
Journey,
Wow.
yes, it is
So
a jungle
it is
journey.
advice. That is one of the reasons why we are having this conversation, because we need to set things right for our people at home so that
Mm,
you
yeah.
understand that we are not just going to talk about the business aspect or looking at business opportunity or entrepreneurial side of traveling. We also want you to understand that, see, the way it is being projected at home, that is not the way it is when you get here. And like
Mm,
Mr. Michael said, that it is not easy. When you want to cross from Africa to some of this part of the world to America or Canada, it is not easy. So one of the reasons why we are having this conversation is for you to now prepare your mind, prepare yourself, and look at entrepreneurial routes, because that will give you leverage. And
exactly.
I want you to share your experience with us being an entrepreneur, because I see you as an entrepreneur. So being an entrepreneur, I want you to share your experience with us where traveling has significantly impacted stay, your stay in Brazil, your movement across continents, your business, and your entrepreneurial journey? I want you to please share that with us.
Thank you.
Yes.
When we're talking about how travel have enhanced my entrepreneur, how travel have enhanced my entire life journey. Uh, I can say my travel life is a testimony that's and inspired and touched many people's life if they were willing, because there is a chance of you getting a mentor,
Mm.
and there's chance for you to take or accept whatever the mentor said to you, or so it's left for you on how you take it. So for me, travel has been a tool that's give me a privilege of, okay, let me say this.
Okay.
When I got to Brazil 6 years ago, there are some people already in Brazil, both Nigerians and outside. A lot of
African.
Africans already in Brazil before me.
Okay.
But what takes some people to get Brazilian permits? Let me start from permit.
Okay.
Years that takes them to get the permits only takes me months.
Wow.
Let me say less than 6 months.
Seriously?
Yes, less than 6 months. And less than 2 years, I was able to lay my hands on Brazilian passports.
Wow. Seriously?
So,
And that's
yes.
that I love that. And you see, that's why I asked that question from your experience, because you see, traveling as an entrepreneur, traveling is a practical thing. What you just shared with us is practical, because to do that within months and get Brazilian passport, and I believe with Brazilian passport you can enter about 120 countries. I think
More than
you see more than more than 120 countries, and I want to believe
yes.
that.
Let me quickly start.
Okay.
Sorry to cut you.
All right.
Cut in there. Let me share something. There's a video that I'm working on about this story that I want to share here.
Okay.
2 years ago, I was in England. My brother lives in England,
Okay.
so he's a British citizen. Then we both traveled to Germany. You won't believe what happens at the border of Germany when we got to the border, when we got to the airport for us to go in. For me holding Brazilian passports and my brother is holding British passports, I was, if the kind of welcome that they gave to me holding Brazilian passport. I've been going to Germany several times from my Nigerian days.
Okay.
But with that Brazilian passport, when we go to the immigration officer, when he saw my passport, he just stamped it, no question, and he said, "You welcome and have a nice day."
Wow.
Then I was waiting for him to attend to my brother with British passport. You won't believe what I heard.
Wow.
He was asking my brother, "How long are you going to stay? Where are you going to stay? Where are you staying? Where is your return flight ticket?"
Wow.
I was like,
what?
With British passport?
Yeah.
This is a life story. I was not told. I'm there. I'm the one that now said, "Oh, he's my brother. We are traveling together." He said, "Yes, he need, but he hold British passport."
Wow.
I was like, a lot of things that many people doesn't know the value of Brazilian passports.
Yeah, yes. And I want to believe
I've met.
Okay, sir.
I've met a British citizen, an American citizen here in my city here that came here purposely because of Brazilian passports for them to able to navigate to countries that their own passport doesn't then challenge access to. You
Mm.
won't believe it.
Wow, wow. And then what are the key? I want to ask, what are the key factors that made that their passport that strong or being
Powerful.
respected like that?
I can say that because the country is, let me say this. What's the way media projects Brazil to the world?
Okay.
Brazil is not what you see or hear on the media.
Mm.
I did a video on my channel where I tag why I choose Brazil and why there's one that's top 10 reason why I love Brazil.
Okay.
For me, I had the opportunity to come to Brazil in 2014, but I reject the offer based on the news that is a lion den. So I
Mm.
was so scared to come to Brazil in 2014. I
Okay.
have the privilege sponsored, but I turned it down. That actually then I was in Germany, so I just told the organization that, oh, I'm sorry, I'm busy, this and that. But when God said it is time for you to go to Brazil, and I eventually got to, I found myself in Brazil, my eyes was open.
Oh.
So, based to your question, Brazil, they have a very powerful system. They
Mm.
also have their own
Challenges.
politics
Okay.
challenges within their politicians. But when we talk about the law of the land, like the way they have it in America, in European countries, that is how Brazil is. No any politicians can influence the law of the land.
Okay.
So that is number one. Number two, when we talk about the economy of the Brazil, anybody can Google it.
Okay.
One of the top,
Mm.
let me say top 20.
Wow.
It's not it's not, let's say, let's leave it like that.
Okay.
That's number two. Number three, how the system work here, same as most of all this Western world that I've been privileged to travel to. So this gave them the privilege. Okay, for example, now Brazil, the new presidents, when we first came in 2018, uh, Brazil have the right to go to enter America and Canada without visa.
Visa. Okay.
But
With
that moment that
that's
we,
with Brazilian passport.
yes,
Okay.
the moment we came in, it was then they have change of power. So the then president wasn't doesn't have it doesn't give a keep a good relation with other countries when we talk about climate change. So
Okay.
because of that, America and Canada cut them off that any Brazilian that will come to the United States or Canada must have a visa.
Okay. But I think
Now
okay. Continue.
the new president
Yes.
comes in and challenge the America and Canada and cut them off that until they reverse the privilege of Brazilians to come to their country without stress
Visa.
of visa, they also will not have the privilege. They have to go and process visa before coming to Brazil.
Oh.
Can
Wow.
any country in Africa do that?
Yeah, no, not really. But I think Brazil used to be one of the forefront of climate change because I remember then in 2012, I was invited by United Nations to attend Rio de Janeiro. to attend that program, Climate Change something about Rio de Janeiro. I think it was 2011.
Yeah, that same program I was invited to.
Wow, seriously? Then
I'm an active
wow.
climate warrior.
Wow. I used to be a climate change the advocate, will I call myself. Then I was staying in the
Advocate.
Gambia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in the Gambia, so I was following it head on. Now, I want you to share something with us because I feel that a lot of our audience are business people. Because there was a time I did a video about how you can register your business from Nigeria in America, and you can do business even in Nigeria. You can do business from America in Nigeria across board. You know, America has a system that even if you are not a citizen or a resident here, you can register your business. Now, I want you to help us. How can entrepreneurs make the most of such opportunity in traveling to nations? Because I believe that as an entrepreneurs, we are not supposed to be jackpying like every other person. You know, some people travel, they don't have skill, they don't have, when I will still go to that skill and look opportunities. But how do entrepreneurs tap into such opportunity to next nations of the world? So that's my question to you.
Yeah. I would say if any entrepreneur out there that wish, because travel is not by force, and travel, if you are unable to travel out of your comfort zone, that doesn't make you a nobody. But as an entrepreneur, if you really wish to explore and expand your reach, I will advise for you to move out from your comfort zone by registering your business overseas. This the opportunity that comes along with it is not just the business aspect alone. It gives you a privilege, to tour the world. Says that when you are applying for visa, and you may mention that in your application, as part of your source of income, you may mention that, you have a registered company in social country like America or United Kingdom that's doing well. This gives you a huge privilege of having your visa. And the category of visa that you will get, you won't believe it. Like myself, some of the visa that's like when I was in Nigeria, I was privileged to have a visa to United Kingdom that's give me a lot of privilege. A lot of privilege. Likewise, German as well. So my advice, if anybody wanted to know about this tip, maybe you can contact Mr. Taiwo, then we can take it from there. But let's just talk about the advantage it has. Since 2012, they have been going to the United Kingdom and Germany and some other European countries and as well to other continents. I only have a visa of my visa once. And when I have that visa, when I got that visa from the German embassy, you believe that I have the courage. I launched the consulate. And within, I think, less than a month, they wrote me an apology and they asked me to submit without payment, submit my passport. And I was actually then, I think I applied for maybe 6 weeks or thereabout. And when they are going to return my visa back to me, it was 1 year. They gave
Wow.
me 1 year visa
Wow. Hmm. That's
because of that
amazing.
challenge.
Yeah. That's amazing. That's amazing. And you see, this is one of the things that Mr. Michael is trying to tell us. The advantage of traveling as a business owner is is huge. Is huge.
Very,
And you see,
very.
apart from the visa aspect, you see, there are a lot of opportunities. You can access some resources. Resources like, I have a registered company in America, although presently I'm in Texas, but I can, in fact, I'm supposed to attend an entrepreneurial training today at the University of Houston, but because of this program, I couldn't go. University of Houston for free, and it is meant for entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs.
Mm.
The only thing we're going to pay for is just the parking space. When you bring your car, where you're going to park, just $15. And it's an avenue to network with entrepreneurs. You know, a lot of entrepreneurs are coming. So these are some of the opportunities. And for those of you that are thinking, I have not gotten visa, how will I get to this place? First, Mr. Michael, please advise us. How should we start if we are thinking of taking our businesses or touring the whole world? Because me, I have that vision to tour the world. You understand? I've only been to about 10 countries anyway. I want to tour the world. So how should we start? Like now, I am just a businessman operating from the comfort of
Mm.
my zone in Nigeria, or I'm about to an entrepreneur, an aspiring entrepreneur. What would be your advice on how to start?
My advice is uh, first, uh, as a business owner, let's keep records of our business, not
Mm,
just the financial records alone. Because for me, back then, when I'm still applying for visa, most of the things that helps me is records of my jobs, because I do include them in my application
mm,
for the consular to able to know that uh yeah, I may be a local board, but I have something
doing.
uh, sustainable. So if I travel to their country and I decided to stay, I won't become a burden to their government, because that's one of the things that's, when they will refuse someone, they will say that maybe it's going to become a public liability. But once you can be able to prove beyond them that you have a strong business, that's that make you, I'm very sure, give you over 90% guarantee of
Okay.
having your visa.
Wow. Wow. Then that's a good one. That's a good one. Then what about the area of POF? So, what do you call it? Proof of
Just
fund.
proof of fund.
Yes.
Yeah, as I said, your proof of fund, that's when we're talking about statement of account and all that. But not just that alone. They also look at, where do you get that source?
Mm,
That's finance. Where did you get them from? You
good.
need to prove beyond that. This money you have in your account, is this how you are able to get those money?
Mm,
For me, I have I have my business registered. So at times money goes to my company's accounts, and whenever I wanted to travel, I move money from my business account to my personal account, because when you wanted to apply for visa, is your personal statement
yes.
that's consular needed. not your business account.
Please say that
All
again,
you
sir. Say that again so that people will know. When you want to travel, which account do you need?
your personal either current or savings account,
Good.
a bank account on your name, that's the name you have on your passport.
Mm.
That's statement of accounts that you needed to apply for a visa and for you to have your visa.
Mm.
If you are applying for a visa, either you are going on a business or on a pleasure or on a honeymoon or whatever, you need to show your personal statement of account and the source of incomes
Mm.
of that value of money you claim you have in your account. You need to to convince the consulate beyond doubt that okay, this person have a genuine incomes. If at all if we don't have, there's a way.
Yes,
Let's
yes,
see that.
Thank you. You see, well, you made me remember something. The very first time I went for my second interview at the American Embassy. When the guy, although I was invited to speak at a conference in Georgia, in the US. So, the guy now asked me, what do I want to go and do? So, and that will lead to another question. And I told him, I said, I'm invited to speak at a conference. And, before then, a flyer was on my social media with Oyimbos, with Afri Nigerians. And so I placed it on my social media permanently. And one thing that our people don't know is what you post. You see, if you're a businessman, what you post on your social media goes a long way because these people will ask and they will check. Especially in the United States of America, when you are applying for visa now, they will ask of your social media handles. And some of our business people are not, they are not active on the social media. They think, oh, I am not a content creator. This social media of 18, I don't need it. So what's your advice on content creation for business owners in tapping into the global opportunity available? What's your advice on that?
Well, as you rightly said, a lot of people back home, they believe that whenever they post something on the social media, their the aje or show in their family or in their village
people.
is going to be up to them. Well, I don't know. Maybe with less privilege I have, I don't believe that.
Yes.
Actually, maybe it's happened that way, but for me, I don't. So the answer to the question is that back in Nigeria, when I was still in Nigeria, even till today, most of my clients, I advise them, 6 months before we start the processing of their visa, I advise them to have Facebook page, what was it called? LinkedIn page. These two platforms helps a lot.
A lot.
A lot. So please, as entrepreneur, not just for visa alone. Okay, let me share a story.
Okay.
When I got to Brazil, the third day that I entered the country, I met a man, and we are just having a normal discussion. That was on Tuesday, and Thursday I got a phone call for an interview, job interview. I was like, job interview? Okay. I got to the interview, then they started asking me some questions and all that. And before going to the interview, I had some network in Europe. Some of the networks I have, they called me that, Michael, where are you? I said to them, I'm in Brazil. Oh, you're right in Brazil? I said, yes. Okay. They wish me best of luck. So After they asked me questions and I was able to answer the questions, and one of the HR now said that, are you an environmentalist? And I look at her that, how does she knew
No.
that I'm an activist on
Nature.
environmental issue? And I asked, and I said yes, but please may I ask, how did you know? Said, well, on my Facebook, she asked for my Facebook, which I gave to her, that she already go through my Facebook and contact some of the NGOs that I'm affiliated. I claim that I affiliate with. That's another thing. Whatever you are posting on your platform, please and please let it be genuine.
Genuine, yeah.
Because you never can tell. Never can tell. Unknown to me, they contact an organization in Estonia, far in Europe.
Wow. Eastern Europe.
Eastern Europe, far in Eastern Europe, confirm about my genuinity of what I claim that the project I did with them in Estonia and I think somewhere in Kosovo, all close, When this woman told me this, I was like,
wow,
my God, what if I've posted something that's not reliable? And this job, I never looked for a job when I got to Brazil. And that job, let me say, it really helps. That's what God used to help us, like, for me to be able to get the resident permits within less than 6 months.
Wow.
And less than 2 years, I was able to get my nationalization where I got my Brazilian citizenship. So that's where the traveling comes in. It has a lot of things in our life.
Wow.
Where we can never think of where your past travel is going to speak for you. Nobody knows.
Wow. That's a lesson for someone out there. Viewers, please, I hope you are learning. See, you are what you post. I used to tell people, you are what you post. To the glory of God today, I am a privileged child of God who, by the grace of God, have access to international open doors by virtue of what I do online. You get it? Yes. My first interview, in fact, there was a time I was thinking to relocate to Poland. Then I was trading Forex actively and I have the money to naturalize in Poland. So I was talking to the Polish government agency about relocating, investing in the country, doing that. Along the line, something came up. That thing was destructed, and I couldn't move on, and I now focus on America, UK. UK did not go because I had wanted to go and do ACCA in the UK, but US, the first person that gave me invitation letter and all the document that I need, was connected to me through someone that read my article on ezine.com. I don't know some of us that know that website, www.ezine.com. So I wrote an article and posted it on that platform. And someone saw the platform article and contacted me and said, oh, there are two guys that are coming to Nigeria. One is from America, one is from Australia. I want you to meet them. And they came for a program, conference or trainings. So the guy now said, I want you to meet them. So I read your article and I was like, wow, this guy is good. So that was how he connected me with them. So then the guy from Australia was agitating that he wants me to come to Australia and bring my family to Australia. The one in America was saying, no, he has to come to America. So I now decided, as I say, let me do it this way. Let me first go to America. I will go to Australia later. So the man in America gave me everything that I need, including his statement of account. But what disqualified me at that interview was, have you traveled before? So I want to, that will now lead to the next question. He said, have you traveled before? And then I have not traveled out before. And I said, no. He said, oh, I'm sorry, I can't give you visa. So how would you advise entrepreneurs that want to go to some of these advanced countries like America, Canada, Brazil, Australia, UK? What is your advice about traveling history? What is your advice on that?
Wow. I remember a client that somebody introduced to me, and I was asking him that. He said he wants either US or Canada. I said, okay, it's possible if you have the story, if you have the history. Not just this is not just money, but come with history, the travel history. So he has said he has never traveled this and that. I said, okay, when you are still alive, still have the grace, build it. I said, how? Okay, you can go on a family travel either to Ghana, South Africa. Then those countries are still easy to process, you know. But no. That's why is it going on? I said, okay, that's only way you can get it done. But another thing is that UK, you can start your travel journey from UK if you have financial. UK doesn't really bother most on your travel experience. What they want after your financial status. So once you can able to prove beyond, because it's not one-on-one interview, you have to submit your document. Then there's a room to submit a large volume of documents. But now they have set it to number of document that you can submit it. So you just need to make sure that you prove it to them that you have something sustainable that can make you, that's don't, if you have the visa, don't jeopardize opportunity by paying back their country. My advice always is that when you first have a visa, please try as much as possible to cherish it. And what do I mean by cherish is that if you are a type of person that have family that you are thinking of, okay, in the future you wanted to relocate with your family, don't get your visa once and think of Japa.
Say that again, sir.
Don't get first time visa and think of Japa, because it will affect your family. It will affect your family because the type of visa you got for the first time goes a long way, because that's what they will use to be treating your previous applications. So if you are fault once, somehow difficult to reactivate, to have that privilege back. So and I think that is
yes. That. And one thing that people don't know, like for me, I've been privileged to be in the US for like 4 or 5 times now. And some people will tell me, even here, why are you wasting money?
You are wasting money.
So people say, why are you wasting money? I say, don't worry. You're wasting money. Yeah. Some people will tell me, even in Nigeria, what is your problem, this man? I say, just leave me.
Mr. Taiwo,
sir.
let me share one story.
Yes, sir.
In 2022, I traveled from here to UK. And when I got to the border in UK, The immigration officer was like, no, you are here 2 years ago with Nigerian passports.
How come?
How did you get Brazilian passport within 2 years? I was like, I was just laughing. He said, no, you have to tell me how you got it.
Wow.
Well, it's beyond my how I can explain. Yes. Actually, my mission going to Brazil is different because I never have the plan of living in Brazil. Even I never have the plan of staying spending a year in Brazil. All my plan was after 6 months, I'm going to fly from Brazil to UK because I have PS visa, UK visa, and I still have German 1 year visa at that time. So that's my plan. But man proposed and God, so that is, and I shared the story with the immigration officer. He was like, wow. You are a child of God. That's what she told me. That you are a child of God. It's not easy.
Yeah. Wow. That's divine. So I want us to, we've almost, this is almost 1 hour. The conversation is getting interesting. But let's wrap up, because I hope we can continue this, to be doing it often, because we need to educate our people at home.
Yeah.
We need to educate our people at home. One of the the idea that led to this episode is that we saw the need for it, one, and we saw the way a lot of people that have this money and they are being duped by travel agents. Some people will sell their properties and travel, give it to travel agents, give 20 million, 30 million. In fact, the first time I did a video about how you can register your company in America, someone chatted me up and said, I want to relocate to America with my family. What can I do with 40 million naira? And I look at him, I said, wow, you have 40 million naira. I said, can you give me 2 years to mentor you? And in 2 years, by the grace of God, you will thank God where you'll be. With 40 million naira, you don't need to pay you don't need to go and give it to agents. Give it to those I want to mono. Give it to those that knows road. Let's say Sabi road. And let them guide and mentor you. Look at, from the wealth of experience of my guest, he can tell you point blank how to go about it. Please don't fall victim of paying. And another problem that I see, Mr. Michael, is that a lot of people are too lazy. I used to tell people, ever since I've been traveling, I've never paid travel agent before. I have never. Even when I was doing student visa for myself in UK, in New Zealand, all those that they will bring that package, you'll be happy. When you now open it, you now see that you need to pay some dollars. You just say, hey, where will I see this money now? So please, there are some things that you need to understand. But as entrepreneurs, please, the opportunity is wide. Business opportunity, even you relocating your family. And there's one thing that I really want us to maybe in the next episode that will bring Mr. Michael, that we need to look at starting business and structuring your business for jackpot reason, or for the purpose of jackpot. It's good. That will be our next episode by God's grace. So how you can structure, even if you don't have a business in Nigeria now, how you can start a business in Nigeria, run the business, structure it, look at the country you want to relocate to, find out how do you register a business in Brazil, how do you register a business in America, and operate it in, like Mr. Michael now, he has a business in America and he is in Brazil. He is the CEO of Bamilo International LLC. You see, the other time he was talking, we were discussing about, how do I pay my tax, do my tax returns with American government and stuff like that. And from Brazil, he got it done. Abisa. Yeah.
It's a privilege, sir.
So you can do this thing from anywhere in the world. And like he advised us, if you have your first visa, don't misuse the opportunity. Build that
Mm,
travel history. Build like the last this visit that I came to US. You know what happened at the Houston airport? There's this airport. I think John, is it John Kennedy or one of them, Sha? When I got there, a lot of people say, why did you go? Don't travel with your phone. They send people back at the port of entry. I say, don't worry. I came in with my two phones. You know what I did? And I immediately I got to the port of entry. The guy asked me, what are you here for? I said, I'm here for holiday. Friends or family? I say, friends. And I didn't spend 30 seconds. He just returned my visa, my passport, and said, enjoy your stay. Why? He checked my travel history. I've been coming. There are times I
yeah,
come to the US for 2 weeks and 3 weeks and back. Not that I have that surplus money, but I'm building
yeah.
something. You
The
get it?
sacrifice.
It's a sacrifice, please. So, in our next episode, we'll look at how to start a business, build it, structure it, and in fact, for jackpot purpose for entrepreneurs. If you don't have entrepreneurial mindset, don't do that, because entrepreneurship is for rugged people. Avisa.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
finally,
Yes, sir.
I want you to talk about the skills, the importance of skills in traveling the world, because I know a lot of people will travel and they will promise them, there is job here, you can jackpot here. When you get to this place, you see this job. Is not easy like that though. But what is the benefit of skills in surviving in other countries? So that will be our last question before you give us your parting word.
Hmm. Here's, um, I will share a story. I'm so sorry that I always said I would share stories,
It's
share
good.
stories.
That's
You
one
know,
of the
I
purpose of
think
this
that story
conversation.
will connect. Go on, sir.
I said storytelling is good. That's the purpose of podcasting, so that you share
Hmm.
from experience.
So, uh, here in Brazil, I met a Nigerian that has been in Brazil for 14 years now.
Wow.
What I was able to get in 2 years is still on it, looking for it. I'm not making jest of him. I'm just saying this to, open our mind and our eyes when we are talking about Japa
Mm.
and what skills did you have? What can you do? Also, in my own uh, experience, coming from an IT background, as well as my wife,
Mm.
you won't believe it that I was privileged to get a job in top companies, but my wife was unable, but because she has a handiwork,
Good.
she is the CEO of our company here in Brazil.
Wow.
Today, she has been to many places to speak.
Awesome. Awesome.
So this person that I may mention in it earlier that has been in Brazil for 14 years, I was trying to be of help. I tried all I could do because of the network I have. It doesn't have any
Skill.
skill.
Mm.
Even driving,
Wow.
he doesn't know.
Seriously? Wow.
When you talk about skill that you must have, maybe on IT, maybe on business development management. And as well, when we talk about handy jobs, some of us think of, because I can remember when we were in Nigeria, because I used to travel a lot then, I asked my wife to go and learn how to trade here, how to sew and all that, which she did.
Mm.
And today, our business is one of the top in our region here today.
Oh, glory to.
So they see her as foreigner that can thrive within short
Period of
period that
time.
we enter the country.
Mm.
And there are lots of foreigners that have been in the country that are like liability to them. So please, when we are talking about skills, don't let us limit it to education skills alone. Right? If it's just how to drive.
Yes.
I have a friend today in America. When we talk about this Japa, he also Japa, but he was unable to get because he doesn't have documents. So he was yet to get proper documents. And where he works, he got promoted. I need to go some stages before they can validate his promotion. But just because he doesn't have his own paper, he has to run.
Mm.
So now, what is he doing? Uber driving, which is using to sustain his family.
Oh.
What if he doesn't know how to drive?
Mm.
What if he doesn't have any other skill about the education's skills?
Mm.
So please, no matter how skilled you have, try to have an handy skill because never can tell. This Western world that we are talking about is not where you come in today and you start shining.
Mm.
No, wasn't like that.
Yes.
There's a grace, like me. For me, I can say it's grace that I have,
Mm.
and not everybody that have it.
Yes. Mm.
Why I say grace is that Brazil speak different language from my own language, and I was able to get job without applying for job, just because I'm a designer.
Mm.
I can use computer.
Mm.
Computer is English.
Mm.
So when we talk about skill as well, if it's how to design, diploma, there is a lot of business centers you can learn designing graphics back in Nigeria. Learn that.
In fact, it is easier online now. Yeah.
So Canva is there. Canva is there.
Yeah.
Figma is there. A lot of tools like that are out there today.
Mm.
So, and maybe if you have heard about Nomad, today,
digital nomad.
a lot of people will look at, yes, before now, I'll be a nomad since 2012.
That will be another topic for another day. Digital nomad. Please,
I've been a nomad since 2012.
Go and Google it. Digital nomad. How you can be a digital nomad. You know what it means? Mr. Michael, continue.
So, because of time, I have some other tasks as well.
Yes.
So, if when a lot of people may be asking about American stuff because that's most of what the area of most of our people are looking at. Mr. Taiwo is there. I also have partners. As Mr. Taiwo rightly said, Bamila is registered in the US and we help people in area of studied abroad. So Bamila is is registered in the state, and we have partners
Okay.
in the state that anchor everything in the state. So maybe
Okay.
whoever that have interest can contact Mr. Taiwo, then take off from there.
Where can we connect with you? Your chat, social media handle, YouTube channel, whatever.
Okay. It's very simple. I'm sure if you put my name on Google, Google will give it to you. I'm on Facebook.
Okay.
You just need to type the name Michael Tosin Adesanwo. Google will give it to you. My Facebook, my YouTube. I have a new YouTube, which I called Rag Travel.
Okay.
Rag Travel. So that's where I share my travel documentary.
Okay, that's RAGS Travel.
RAGS 2 as in figure.
Okay,
2
travel. All right. Okay,
yes.
that's the YouTube channel. Okay, Joseph, thank you so much. He says I'm getting value. Thank you for getting value. Entrepreneurship is for rugged people. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
It's not for for lazy minded.
It's not for no.
So thank you so much, Mr. Michael Adesanwo. It's been an impactful 1 hour, 10 or 8 minutes. Thank you for your time. We appreciate you and hope to continue this conversation. Like I said, it's going to be a continuous something because I really want us to educate our people and help as many as possible to fulfill their, entrepreneurial dreams, taking the global world, as a stage. I used to tell people the globe is our stage. We have a lot of opportunity. And me, I see travel as one of the tools, like you said earlier, as one of the tools to invade or take over the global stage. And I pray that God will help us. Thank you for your time. We appreciate you and pray that God will continue to bless you.
Thanks for having me, sir.
Best regards to your family.
Amen.
Thank you so much. So, viewers, we want to appreciate you. Thank you for staying tuned to the end of this program. And if you are a new viewers, or if you are a new visitor, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. And if you are a returning subscriber, I want to appreciate you for joining us. Thank you so much for your time. And by the grace of God, I will see you in the next episode of the Impact Podcast with Taiwo Balogun. You have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.